you want to make a sprawling kind of motion. All of them go out, like as if there was a hand on his head. Right? That's how they start making it. They want to make kind of shapes out of everything that they can. That's why girls with long hair always look beautiful. And then like the girl with long hair that's not supposed to look so beautiful, her hair is just straight. That's all it is. It's straight and it's usually black. Because if it's all black, that means you can't see the detail in it. That's why all the girls that have like all the detail in her hair, they're the main characters, you know, crush that they'll never get. Because that's anime. So that's what you want to do with the hair. You want to make it look dynamic. When the character isn't dynamic that way, usually they have really boring hair. So I'm going to do one with boring hair. I might put an eraser.
Ooh, bowl cut.
Yeah, so yeah, usually they do something like a bowl cut or they do like a close shave. Now with a bowl cut, they kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. They put the part right in the middle, and it doesn't work for him. Of course not. Now, okay, what I was doing there was I was making a kind of motion like this, putting squares within the slashes. It just makes it look like it's a straight cut. And then they just kind of bowl out his hair like this.
I know the instructions that go with this.
Literally, a bowl. And then on the back, if his skull is showing or not showing, they just shade it in.
And it strokes.
And now he's like the character that's gonna be the antagonist.
Or you're the best friend who you never see again.
Or yes, the best friend, the tragic death story, you know, that's that character. No matter how many times you look at him, he always looks like that character, and you know exactly what that means.
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. Or he's, you know, like
He was like Colonel Sailor Moon,
yeah.
who pretended he was Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah, giant.
Yeah.
He needs him to. Oh yeah, do it. You're swirl.
Yeah, and so literally he becomes that guy.
What's his name?
Melvin.
Thank you.
Oh, is it a Mino? Oh, yeah, it's something like Japanese Melvin and.
Yeah, so literally,
I haven't watched
look at the stereotypes of anime. It's there. Like, it might not be the bowl cut. It might just be like a small little like
Okay, we're gonna do quick and dirty cleaning up your line art for any digital artist whatsoever, and then get out. Okay, so
What about for people who are too cheap to buy Photoshop and don't have paint?
you work in paint. If you work in paint, you better be a pixel artist or GTFO.
Yeah. You buy a tablet, you get Photoshop.
Oh no, you can do it well.
You get Photoshop elements.
That sucks.
okay. If you're
Actually,
seriously considering going into the art business or the fine art business, the graphic design business, anything along those lines, you had better be ready to use every single software you know and that you can use. Okay? Because
once you learn how to use Photoshop, that money comes back to you.
yes, it does.
Stay away from the burn and dodge. Yes, no burn, no dodge. I come after you.
What?
Silence!
No burn, no dodge. No
I'm actually going to talk about that in a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you guys, have you done the multiply and then you paint on top or underneath of it?
No.
What?
Yes.
Have you done that? It doesn't look like shit.
Sometimes.
After I learned how to do this, I'm like, I can't do anything else. So when you scan your stuff, and scan it in a color because it takes the jaggies off of your line art. It actually makes it look quite clean. You have to clean it up later anyway. I'm assuming you're inking your shit. 200 to 300 DPI gives you a bigger file, but once you scale it down, more jaggies go away. Like all my stuff in my binder is 300 DPI. It's like giant, but it looks so good. Once you've got it in there, duplicate the background layer and delete that shit. You don't need it. Take off, deselect it so you can move it around. You know what I mean?
Basically, she's saying take the lock off.
Yeah, that thing. Go into your curves. Make a nice, gentle curve action. it should take all of your line art and go black and white, but not so black it becomes jaggy again. Go into your channels menu and click on your RGB. You should have marching ants all over your black. Make a new layer, invert your selection. That's important. I swear to God. Pick up your black paint bucket and go click on your new layer. Delete the other stuff and you have shiny new line art. If you want to clean that up quick before you go back in and screw around with your lines, if you shift click your layer, it will reselect just the black lines you've just done. +1 on your selection, invert it, and delete. Whatever. Shift click, control click, whichever one makes it work. I've been doing so much photoshopping lately, I'm like, go away! So that gives you brand new line art that doesn't look stupid. You can paint underneath it and there won't be any of those little white flakes left. And instead of burn and dodge, go back into your color palette, or you can set multiply and screen and use those for shading and highlighting. Because it's the exact same color family, it's just richer. Actually, I will show you something really neat for 2 seconds. I have a character who has a dark blue jacket. What color should I be using to shade his dark blue jacket?
Light blue.
Yes!
Oh!
I don't know if you can see this, but if I turn multiply off on this layer, this is this color. On multiply, it's a nice blue. It's even, it doesn't make it look like shade! On hers, red on multiply for the color I use doesn't work, so you will have to select a color that's darker. It's the only thing that works, otherwise it's red on red. Also, when you're printing, go into your image. Check it in CMYK before you go to the printers.
Otherwise, you'll be
RGB are the 3 dots that your computer displays things in. CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That's what they print in. Certain colors of red and blue do not look good in CMYK. Oh God, green!
Actually, the worst is orange.
That's very true. Like when you're in your color palette and it shows you the little block or the exclamation point, that color will not look good in CMYK, or it's outside the printing scale altogether, unless you buy Pantone colors. Don't do it. Coca-Cola actually has its own personal Pantone color and they paid out the nose for it. But it is their red, and it is noticed as their red.
It's just like Ferrari red or piano black. They're all
Coca-Cola red.
they're all Pantone
No, I swear to
colors.
God, in the Pantone book, it's like Coca-Cola red.
Coca-Cola red is the name of that color.
It's trademarked. And
Yeah,
if you want,
and
I want
Ferrari
that.
red is the name of that red.
Animethon red is. Did we? I think we did pick a Pantone color for Animethon red.
Yeah, it's primary red.
Is it F0000? No. Because that doesn't show up in CMYK.
That's like Pantone 126C or some shit like that. Yes, when you're a graphic designer, you gotta know these numbers.
I learned my hex codes. Because my black, I don't use black, I actually use blue. Because true black doesn't exist. It's,
True black only exists in Pantone.
F5 dice is my skin color. I swear to God.